Good evening, everyone. My name is Claudia Estrada. This is my discussion board for week 2. I will be reviewing Woodrow Wilson, Frederick Taylor, Max Weber, and Mary Parker Follett, and comparing their beliefs to now our modern day. First, I will be starting off with Wilson. He argued and believed that in the government separating policies from administration so the government would run more efficiently. Um, this did help other organizations run more efficiently. In my position, in being able to compare it to modern day, and in my position as a case coordinator, I do work under a program manager, but we are trained to follow policies created by DDS, our legal team, and policies in place for our nonprofit organization. I am trained to provide services to consumers based off policies that are already put in place, or sometimes new policies, just depending. And the reason for this is because laws are always changing, um, meaning DDS will sometimes, um, because of this law, will change their policies to fit that law, or just, sometimes they feel like it will fit better in order to make the organization run better or more smoothly. So sometimes they can be changed yearly or multiple times a year. DDS is also someone that will overlook us and making sure that we are running these policies um, efficiently and providing services efficiently to these families, um, and also keeping um, their rights in mind when we're going through these policies. And the second part, or the second person I will be talking about, is Taylor. So he believed in scientific management, um, with emphasis of efficiency and standardization. He believed in having someone overseeing a department or employees per se, and making sure staff was carrying out, whether it be the policies that were in place, or doing, it could be like in order, making sure that all the safety hazards, everything was going efficiently. Comparing it to my position, I would be making sure that manager is overseeing our team and making sure that we are meeting deadlines, treating consumers with letting them know of their rights and with respect, following timelines, deadlines, um, because these deadlines and timelines do tie back to, again, their rights, while also completing the other jobs, duties, tasks that we are assigned to, making sure we're are meeting our trainings, any upcoming trainings, and they do oversee us by assigning us cases, verifying, again, those trainings are completed, um, completing our annual evaluations, and having some type of visual of my caseload, um, whether it could be through meetings, one-on-one meetings, or check-ins, um, and every program manager is assigned to a specific county or specific cities, depending if the county is too big. Then we'll have two program managers and the counties will be split. Um, the next one is Max Weber. So bureaucracy is his focus. So The way it implements into modern day through my position is some um, we make sure that we are meeting those policies, laws, and rights within our position. Um, for example, I wish I could have maybe given a visual, but I'll just kind of read out the visual. So we do have DDS and the state that oversees us. And then we have the director of the organization. And then we have the director of the department. And then we have a program administrator who oversees the program managers. And then the program managers oversees our positions as a case coordinator. Um, and that's pretty much the chain of command. Each department has their own chain of command per se, but it all leads back up to the director of organization, um, because there is still one person and director of organization that responds to the state and EDS. And how it ties to Weber is just how he believed in the levels of authority, the hierarchy, um, and pretty much to what I said right now, the chain of command. Those probably weren't the words used, but it is used in different fields. For example, military has a chain of command. Um, the law enforcement has a chain of command. We don't use the word chain of command, but usually every field or job, most places have a chain of command. But that's mine. Next is Mary Parker Follett. First, with her, I do want to read off a little bit from the reading of page 80. Um, our job is not to get people to obey orders, but how to devise methods by which we can best discover the order integral to a particular situation. When that is found, the employee can issue it to the employer as well as the employer to the employee. This often happens easily and naturally. Um, Another part that I would like to read off, if those in supervisory positions should dispersonalize orders, then there would be no overbearing authority on the one hand nor on the other that dangerous, which comes from fear of exercising authority. Of course, we should exercise authority, but always the authority of the situation. Um, and what I would like to share about that is that some of her beliefs, which um, advantages of exercising power with and opposed to power over, which is something I wrote on there, just because she believed in, okay, we all have the same objective, just like connecting it to my job. As case coordinators, we are a team. My team carries about 20 of us, and we are all assigned to the same cities, the same county, and we all report to a program manager, the same program manager, to be more specific. We have the same objective, and the objective is providing services to these families as best as we can, while meeting their rights, meeting the policies of the organization. Um, and we know that this is the objective. Our program manager always gives us that trust and not orders, but relaying information and trusting us with this information that we are going to carry it out in the field, in our paperwork, and in our work, really, because all our work, it all comes back to our paperwork that we fill out. Um, the the services that we assign to that family in particular. Um, but yeah, that was her vision, and I think it was a very important vision that should um, it should always be spoken about, and making sure that employees have that confidence with their um, upper management in order to voice an opinion or in um, a thought of maybe something that can help to make it better, because at the end of the day everyone has the same objective. And I think that's um, what she means when she says um, of course we should exercise authority, but always authority of the situation. We're all focusing on that situation. It's not how we get there, it's what we do as a team to get there. um, that works for our manager, the person we are providing services to, and for us as an employee as well. Thank you so much for taking the time tonight to listen to my presentation, and have a good night. Thank you.